here again we are with Steve Flink at the US Open after the two women's semi-finals. Were you surprised about the result?
I was a little surprised that Wozniacki didn't win her match against Zvonareva. I thought that Wozniacki, who hadn't lost a set in the tournament, would get through that match and get back into the finals for the second year in a row. And I thought she today made more unforced errors in this match than she had made in all the rest. I mean, it had problems off the forehand side. It just was not a good day. I thought Zvonareva played her well and deserved that straight set win, but I certainly was surprised by that.
And the other day, because you know, journalists not all the time they guess right, they have good predictions. But the other day you say, I think Clijsters will beat Venus Williams, and I agreed with you. So we both are right for once. It doesn't happen all the time. But honestly, when Venus came back 4-2 in the third, and she went back 4-all, I thought that she couldn't make it. Instead, she didn't.
I didn't like Clijsters' chances there because Clijsters played a terrible game at 4-3. She was up 30-love. She made a backhand error, 2 double faults, and then missed a swing volley. 4 horrendous points to give the break back. But then she played a terrific game to break Venus for 5-4 and served it out. I wouldn't have liked her chances at all once Venus got back to 4-all. I'll admit that.
Yeah, me too. But I mean, Clijsters was the best. At the end, she was the best.
She was.
She handled better the wind and all the different situations.
She did.
Now she has to play Zvonareva, and even if Clijsters lost the last 2 times, included the one in Wimbledon,
yes,
I think she's a strong favorite. What do you think?
Absolutely, because this is a major final. It just makes such a difference when you've won this tournament twice, as Clijsters has, and Zvonareva made it to her first major final at Wimbledon and didn't do very well against Serena Williams there. And I'm not saying she can't make a battle of it. It possibly could go 3 sets, but I really like Clijsters' chances, and I think she would like to exact some revenge here, and I think she will by defeating Zvonareva this time around.
Do you Americans say there is not a 2 without a 3, as we say it in Italy?
I'm not familiar with that. I mean, maybe other Americans do. I don't know that one.
Well, because Clijsters won twice in the US Open, I think she will win the third.
I do too.
Okay. What about the men's? Tomorrow, Super Saturday, 2 men's semi-finals. Djokovic won 5 times out of 15 versus Federer, which is not too bad. Consider who is Federer.
Yes, and 3 of those wins were last year. However, we've never seen him do it except for the Australian Open of 2008 in the semifinals. That's the only really major meeting. Yes, he's done it in some Masters 1000 final up in Canada in 2007, but in the majors, the 4 majors, that was the only win, and he's lost 3 in a row here at the US Open. I think that makes it kind of difficult mentally for Djokovic to feel, can he get over that hurdle? He only won 1 set in the 3 years against Federer, 1 final and 2 semifinals. But I do believe he's going to make a good match of it tomorrow. I think it's going to be at least 4 sets, possibly 5, but Federer wins. That's the way I see it.
And I see Nadal winning versus Jusny, even if Nadal has lost 4 times out of 11, and one of them here at the US Open 2006.
You know, I have a clear picture in my mind of that 2006 match, and Nadal let it get away. He had a chance to go up 2-1 and didn't exploit it. But he wasn't nearly as aggressive off the ground back then on hard courts. He played far more defensively, and so Jusny was able to hit his backhand when Nadal would hit the cross-court forehand to the backhand side of Jusny, which is his strength. He had problems that day. I don't think so tomorrow. I think tomorrow it's Nadal's forehand that rules, and he wins in straight sets.
So if he does, we will have a Nadal-Federer final, and I guess that some colleagues of ours are looking in our website and listening to us, because we said the other day that it never happened in the Grand Slam that the same 2 players were playing all 4 finals, one against the other.
Absolutely. You brought it up and you got me thinking, and then I immediately realized we had Sampras and Agassi played 3 of the 4, but never a French Open final. Lendl and Wielander played 3 of the 4, Australia, but they didn't play a Wimbledon final. They played Australia, French, US. So this would be a first. I think it would be very fitting when you consider the nature of this rivalry and what they've done against each other over the past 4 years. I think the best way we could end this tournament, one way or another, is to have Nadal face Federer.
It's like Everton and Navratilova.
Very similar, very similar. And there again, you had a lefty against a righty. You had contrasting styles, and And we have it here with Nadal and Federer. And also Nadal, if he were able to get into the final and beat Federer, he would complete what amounted to a personal head-to-head Grand Slam over Federer, because he would have beaten him in all 4 majors. He got him in an Australian final, won 1 out of 3 at Wimbledon.
Steve, you're too strong. You're beating me on all these numbers. I cannot bear it anymore. See you tomorrow.